All right, we are live and we are back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first game in the trilogy. We are in case number 2, and we are currently dealing with Red Wright, the CEO of Blue Corp, who is secretly in control of the whole of the Japanifornia government, apparently, which is a little odd that this is happening in only the second case. But hey, this is the first game in the series. They were still figuring things out. Anyway, let's see what happens now. Well, hello there. I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! Whoa. It's Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth? I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? Oh no! What's the judge gotten up to? Oh dear. So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. What? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, the court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay. Let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. The judge asked Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Yeah, let's raise an objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that court would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Well, excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Oh, great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red Wright to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Niño. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the Presidente of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? What? Tell you what you already know. Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness testimony, the witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly pursuing, that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Witness's account. Alright, let's just start pressing. So, around 9. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always abso-positively perfect, you know. No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. Let's press further. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he didn't see you at the time. This is your concern. Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he would not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? He was reading some papers. What were the papers? By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct, that is the only window, you see? And there you were reading papers? Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Your bedlam, okay? Let's talk about your bedlam then, buddy. Bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised to turn to look at the building. So you were reading your papers until you heard that sound? But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out the windows at night. No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man. So, let's talk about that. Spiky-haired? Oh, that's all he had to say. Mr. Lawyer. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? We're counting both eyes. 40? 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, who sends the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been taping the Faye office phone? Objection! Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I cannot. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am el presidente. Please, continue. The victim ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Yeah, because, depending on where he says she ran to, she could very well have moved somewhere where he couldn't actually see her. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Okay, so she could... Wait a minute. If she moved to the left, she would not be visible. Right? Am I right? Let's check it out. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left, and you gave chase. Okay. I'm just gonna go, yeah, this is a problem. Wait, that didn't work? This evidence clearly reveals this contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly is that evidence of the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won many points with the judge. Okay. Let's press some more, I guess. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? I am absolutely perfect. End of story. How many times must I hear that? Phoenix. Doesn't something about that strike you as a little odd? Yes, there is something odd about it. Oh wait, the victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. That was April May's testimony, right? Okay, let's object to that. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She closed stated that the victim ran right. Oh, really simple. You have missed her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. But if he was in the room in the act of murdering her, left, yeah, the directions would be reversed, wouldn't they? So he did witness the killing. No, he did the killing, I say. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? They're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth for once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that will explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. Snap. Hang on, I gotta take a quick second. I'll be right back. Specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Okay, so... he was standing where the killer is. Take that! This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please. This is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the court of this order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion? Objection! Postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Wait. She was only hit once. What about the updated autopsy? Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. If she was bludgeoned twice, could she really have lived to do that? To supposedly write this? I don't think so. That does seem to make sense. We'll be cross-examining the witness's testimony. You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, where she ran to the left. Testimony was correct, as was my crime. What do you mean by that? That is what I am about to explain. You Americans always so impatient. It does not become you. Hey, buddy, you're an American too. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I said. What do you mean first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I'm trying to use simple words for your brain. First, she ran to the left, and then... I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything.
Objection!
The prosecution requested the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, open won't. Why is he mad at me? She ran to the right. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. She turned to the final blow. Stop saying it was me. But it was you.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Nothing, Wright, nothing. May I continue? That is what Miss Mason. So each of you saw different parts? Absolutely. That's right, of course. How do you pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see? You hit her twice. Alright, so you watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Is it the hitting twice thing? I'm assuming so. Man, I really miss the thing that tells you how far you are into somebody's testimony in Green Ace Attorney. That was a really nice UI element. Let's try the autopsy report.
Objection!
Yeah. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. Ooh. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
Objection!
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes. Quiet.
Objection!
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. Witness testimony, the two accounts. Let's see. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Ooh. There are two accounts. Alright, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. The other window?
Hold it!
You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that's, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. This? The broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Got it, yeah. Phoenix, isn't something about that strike you was odd? Kinda odd, yeah? Yeah, it is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Oh, sorry, my bad. Witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Alright, hang on a second. He would not be able to see that light stand. No. He would not. We got it.
Objection!
Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. Look at this photograph. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Curiosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Hello. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, I miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Everyone, confess that you placed that wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by whom? No, you wouldn't, Mr. White. You would place the wiretap into Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Co. law offices. That is when I saw the cursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand. At the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand there. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound? Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. The wiretap. Beginning of September. Do you have any proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the Faye & Co. offices. Okay? Was it really you that went to the office? Or was it Miss May?
Objection!
Unidentified fingerprints, several days old, were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. offices. Okay? Why did you tap Mia's phone?
Objection!
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. I saw this glass light stand. Okay. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh, well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Bluff something, huh? What do we got? Statue, got that. We got the broken shards. We got, what else do we have here? The cell phone, autopsy report, my attorney badge. You've done so to place the wiretap. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. Time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright? Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Huh? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Huh? Mia? We did have a spirit medium next to you. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Huh? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. You're finally awake. Ah! Hey, Phoenix! God, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Nope! Oh my. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fate would have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. I never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. Right, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000? Wow, big spender. Item... glass light stand? Date of purchase September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It's the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Okay. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go to it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Alright, the date of purchase is the day before the murder. Got it. Yay, Deus Ex Mia. She never asked for this. Okay. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I will ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. The wiretapping. Beginning. Alright, there we go. And receipt. We got him.
Objection!
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what's written on the other side of that receipt? Well, the glass light stand. The date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay and Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No. It's impossible. He's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Now we're going to object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No! There's no telling what will happen if we can't end this now. We'll be sure to come up with just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia! Phoenix! Read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My wife is writing on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Mia's memo.
Take that!
Okay. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! This is the halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay, we did it. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Wow, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight, say 9? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came, Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? Why, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? Well, she means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Oh, wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here. Ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices, it's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Oh, okay, wait up. The end. So that is the conclusion to Case 2. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Samurai. Would you like to save your progress up to this point? Certainly. Let's go. Gah! You have disgraced me for the last time, Seal Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon. Will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa! Gah! The warrior swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One is fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. Yes. Yeah, this one's fun. October 14th, 5:31 p.m., the Wright & Co. law offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate! Whoa, stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like how young? 10 years old? And what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me! He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I don't worry about kids these days. Gramps? Well, Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m., Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya? What? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah. on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m. The Wright & Co. law offices. Maya's here, watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers is arrested yesterday. Power plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer. Of course. Yeah. He did in real life. Who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai's over. The world is over. Yes, Wright & Co. offices. What? Nick, it's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided this will be our first case. Yeah. Evil Magistrate, I'm coming to kill you! In real life! Alright. What to do? Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. We don't have a clue what happened. No! We just don't have enough information. Okay. Let's go to the detention center. October 16th. The detention center. Visitor's room. Oh my. Huh? What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. I know, or maybe on set. Just maybe, yes. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa, what are you saying? Yes? Something wrong? No! This is getting off to a great start. I know, you're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Oh. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah? He didn't do it. Okay, let's talk to him. What happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened? Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning, and there was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the Evil Magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. He took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead! He'd been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Alright, the Steel Samurai. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this, and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Oh! I see. Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Powers is alibi. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? Oh. I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Alright, so... Hey, you wanna go look at my lawyer's badge? Here. I see. Let me guess, this guy wasn't the top student in improv class. He doesn't know what it is. Okay. I like that they didn't actually talk about being the client. It was just like, hey, yeah, you're our client now. Alright, studio main gate. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! You want in? You gotta go through me! Sorry. We're, lawyers. Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today, something horrible happens. All you can think of is sightseeing, wasting your time in a place like this. Don't you have jobs you should be doing, or do lawyers not work like the rest of us? Maybe I should become a lawyer too. Sounds like a lack of ease to me. Just a little figure out. I was young, things were a little different. Mind you, we didn't play suits and hippie clothes. What are youth today is coming to? While my own son hasn't called me and... Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey, listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today. All right, let's see. Look at my lawyer badge. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. Okay. Back to this. So, what do you do here at the studios? In Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Wow. This place is really going downhill, you know? But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer? The victim, dummy? The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Sorry about Will Powers. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jackhammer. We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Mr. Hammer. What kind of person was Jackhammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jackhammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Could I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Reason for suspicion. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5, when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Okay, so we gotta go back and ask for one? Hello, how is the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Alright, we need your... Let's talk about your alibi again. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch? Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. Alright, security lady. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yeah, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. Let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you can write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Alright, Powers' request. I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Alright. Let's go back. Here. Take this. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to youths of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick? Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents! Guide map to Global Studios. Can we look at it? Okay, so we're at the main gate, right? And we can't go to the employee area. There's a secondary gate, interestingly enough. And that leads to Studio 1 and Studio 2. We'll have to check that out. Anyway, we will go to outside Studio 1. Whoa, what happened there? Studio 16, or Studio 16, October 16, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? It's that confused detective. Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Huh? Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. Yeah, look at my badge. Detective, see this? This is my attorney's badge. Uh-huh. Don't you think it's a little sad when you have to explain what your badge means, pal? Real men show their PD badge, and that's that. I'll admit the design of my badge leaves a lot to be desired. Maybe it should just be a big L for lawyer. I'm not so sure about that one. I actually kind of want to see just a giant L on Phoenix's shirt now. Alright. Ooh! I think... I just want to screenshot all the characters and steal all the art. Yeah, right? This game does have beautiful art and beautiful character animation. I think that's a key to this game being so successful. I think this is the first time we get to hear Gumshoe's theme song. That's great. Alright, anyway. So how is your investigation going, Detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't throw you that, pal! Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? My voice is maybe a bit quiet relative to the game's music. Oh, okay. Okay, I will adjust that a little bit, though. Hang on just a second. I can, adjust that a bit. Alright, I think that should do better. Here we go. I think, yeah, I got the gate back on, so that should knock it down when I talk. The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 to 2:30 p.m. Cause? Pierced through the chest by a spear. The Chipotle notes? I don't know what that is. Reason for arrest. Okay. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Oh, you don't think that did anything? Okay. Let me... Here, I'm gonna knock the audio down just a bit normally. Alright, is that better? Alright, I'm gonna try to talk over that now that I have knocked the audio down a little bit. Yeah, this series tends to be a bit loud. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, good. Alright. And that person was none other... Oh, no, that's okay. I don't want this to sound terrible for sure. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me out. Alright, security lady. Way better, thank you. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Yeah, what is this? What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished! Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Oh, don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not gonna find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Alright, let's see. We already talked to Gumshoe while we're gonna talk, so... Can we get that picture? Did you give us that picture? No? I want that picture. Can we do some examining? Yeah, what's that? The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind? But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. And it took that tree down with it, too. Okay. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of staying around too, pal. Alright. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look up the data, and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, STI 307. That must be the camera ID number. Okay, that's good to know. The welcome sign. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They've started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh? You sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here. Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what that's supposed to mean, pal. Alright. What else we got? Yeah. Let's look at the Studio 1. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Alright. If they're going to keep the non-employees out... Is there anywhere else we could move to? Not really. I think we've looked at everything we can look at here. So, can we look around? Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh, she had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, let's talk about that. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know? Oh, just to the left from the gate is the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see? Okay, reason for suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go, you must pass by my station here first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one what did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you. Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Alright, Mr. Hammer. Was the victim Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense? Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest. back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Automatic camera. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Okay, can we look at the security? Can we look at it? The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! Okay. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. There's a van. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. My gate. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. And then, let's see, the security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Alright, anything else? Okay. Oh, we can go to the employee area? October 16th, Global Studios employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Let's see, Will Powers. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. You must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. I like how the sign is just like taped to the wall. What else we got? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn at the least. Oh, wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this. Ladies first. What's this over here? The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach, just for steaks. What? That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Let's see, what's in the window? A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. The door? The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Let's go into his dressing room if we can. Yay, we can. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping? No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Let's look, what do we got? It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. You could say he took a power nap. Okay, I'm done. Alright, what we got here? There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of those costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? What else we got? This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key? That must be Powers'. It says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key for Studio One. Yeah, grants entry, and it's for studio employees. Got it. What's this? There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. I mean, they are all the rage in California, America. Alright. Stomach powers. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. So we got his key card. Anything else? I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. Ha! Wait a minute. Is this a new translation? Okay, this is like, if they didn't translate this, this is actually kind of funny, because in the games where you play as Edgeworth, he has a girl companion who is a thief in training. All right. I think that's everything from this room, so... Yeah, they're set, after the third Phoenix Wright game and before the Apollo Justice series starts. Alright. I've played both of them and they're really good. Unfortunately, the second one has never officially been brought over to America, so there's a fan translation of it. That would be nice if Capcom would want to do that, but we'll see. Alright, let's head back to Outside Studio 1. Can we do anything here? No? Maybe we can show him the card key. Hey, detective, take a look at this. What's that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't show him that. He'll confiscate it. Aw, I just wanted to show it off. Can we get into Studio 1 now? The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Yeah, it would. I mean, I have played it. I had to go to Walmart to get a copy of it, but I got it and I played it, and it was pretty cool. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Alright, see ya, Gumshoe. Love you. Alright. October 16th, Studio 1. It was, yeah. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape. So real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? I know a lot about Mount Fuji despite this being California. Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that. What? Oh. Sorry. My partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Oh, me? I'm an assistant here. I helped with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Alright, let's talk to you. Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see? Only one assistant? Yeah, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area? That's where Power's dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Okay. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of a girl do you think I am? What kind? No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. WP was the only one who came into the studio. And he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed that someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here... Wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. What about sensing someone? So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in the witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came in the studio, she must have sensed them. Right? Let's look around. We got the equipment. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. It's heavier. We did all that. Okay. And then backdrop. And then, oh no. Oh no, I'm about to click on it. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. Alright, we have officially begun one of this series' most recurring gags. Arguing over ladder versus stepladder. This will be a recurring theme in the entire franchise from here on out. Even in Great Ace Attorney. Yeah, if this were a witness testimony, the mysterious presence would have to possess somebody for it to be valid. Yes. That's right. Well, thankfully we have someone who is possessible, so we got that going for us, but... Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap instead of filming. And look, a megaphone. A real live megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Alright. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Alright. Let's look at the body. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the security lady. Anything new for Gumshoe? Nope. See you, man. You're the best. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Let's talk. Assistant's clear. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. Well, we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Ugh. All right, you better tell me in quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her. She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying this and that and the other thing. Well, when I was young, we knew a thing to do about respecting your elders. Back then, we had no shame. All that thing. Rah! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. All right. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it. On that giant CRT monitor. But this is set in like 2005, 2006, I think. You know how to work those things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, we need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Was it STI 370? I think that was it. Let's check. There. Entered. Nothing happened. Huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Maybe we should look at that camera again. Alright, let's look at it again real quick. Excuse us. Oop. And I blew right past it. STI 307. Okay. Got it. Alright, STI 307. There we go. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Okay. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope. That's the only one in the computer. Photo number 2. So there was a photo number 1 that has been deleted, perhaps? Why could that be? Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios. October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Got it. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I give you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo was what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. To be continued. Immediately. Yeah, we're gonna save our progress. Let's do it. Turnabout Samurai. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, look who it is. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. I eat cheese daily too, actually. Detective, if you briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and the young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? No, I think we're good. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval! The samurai spear. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Oh, I was kind of looking forward to, you know, tearing Gumshoe apart again. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please! Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Say that fast and the pun will make sense. But just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. Even when I was young, I was an old bag, but not really. Still how the other children make fun of me. Can you believe it? There was this boy, the captain of the chess club. He called me an old bag. Well, I just cried and cried because... Objection! I object to this witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained! The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate of the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. Edgeworth is the OG when it comes to objecting to his own questions. Yes, it did not just start with Amber Heard's defense team. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Here we go. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was headed toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. The day. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since that morning. Okay. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and would use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to be at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing, which is what he said. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? He had some errands to run. What about these errands? I want to know. I want to know about them. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course. I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job? Whippersnapper. No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the game and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-whapper. Snipper-whapper? Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon. Very well. What did you see? Let's talk about the errands. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Aren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. There's 1. I was at the gate until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? Yeah, alright. We got all that, yeah. Yeah, we'd already pressed that, so... A certain man walked right by at 2 p.m. 2? You sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in the bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. Alright. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out that secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. It was Powers. Alright. Let's see.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that! I wasn't born yesterday! No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Of course, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Witness testimony, the man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Man. Okay. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today always whining about each other, pointing fingers this way and that. Don't make an old lady want to cry. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Alright, that morning during the run-through. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, and poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me? What exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Broke one of the props. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. A samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Alright, the murder weapon, a break in the shaft, has been mended with duct tape. That's good. That's interesting to know. Hang on. The picture. Okay, that does look like duct tape. So, that's good to know. Apparently he sprained his ankle really bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is? Where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well... We couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Yeah, object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities. We have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Would the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Witness's account continued. Okay. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. Was there no one else for him? So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, so her continued account. So what did she say? She said, the time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Hang on. Would you have seen them? They died at 2:30 p.m. That's true. And that was at 2 p.m. The photo. So, let's do some pressing. Maybe we can get some more information. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. No one suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Well, everyone was in the employee area before then. Now I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure?
Objection!
The witness answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Duh. Old windbag sure has balls. Well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Let's see, the time... The person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Okay? Wait, but what if they were at Studio 2? Hang on. No one else went there. If they have, let's look at the studio. I'm thinking there's something up with the studio map, because if someone was in Studio 2 and they went to Studio 1, then there's no way she would have seen them.
Objection!
No, that didn't work. Shoot. If they had, she would have seen them, okay? No one else went there. Got it. The only person I saw go to the studio was Will Powers. Gotcha. There's also the fact that this is photo number 2. I don't know if that's important or not. Murder weapon, card key for studio employees. The guide map. Let's see, can we present the photo? Let's see. Aha! It did work. Hold on. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph! One more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work in the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I know that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Reggie boy, help! Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well... Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Ah, I see. Your testimony, please. The other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded in the security computer and check. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I just remembered it. Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Cross-examination. The other person. Alright. Let's see. Another job? That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. These computers are just so frustrating. Throw out any photos that aren't suspicious. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. No, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers' photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Look at it, now remember throwing out one photo. Alright. Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased? Fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in? Those were your words. Well, You must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh, yes. Well, you see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. All right, October 18th, 11:08 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? Well, first, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Oh, please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? The security lady, right? It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? A whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you? Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Well, simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes II, baby. As a matter of fact, one of my ancestors was good friends with, actually a guy named Sherlock Holmes, but you know. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he really jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Betty boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Yeah. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said, second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, was it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. And let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Well, if the murder weapon was the samurai spear, and in the photo the steel samurai had the spear, then the boy didn't have the murder weapon, right?
Take that!
Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? You omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But by whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been to the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep it from this court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. All right. Wanted me to keep quiet.
Hold it!
Okay. So you were told not to talk? That's right. By the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people. Okay. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scenes without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. Poor Edgeworth is having a very bad day. He is. This is just terrible for him. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yeah, it's on the map. Now, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gates and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Oh, that was Phoenix who said that. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but let's continue. They said they had nothing to do with it. They just told me they said they had nothing to do with it. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked? I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Let's keep going. There's no much harm. They told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio. Okay. So they were actually in the studio? Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one. Them? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? Should know. Okay. Oh, we already did this part. Okay. And then she's gonna explain. Yeah. Yeah, we can take a break. Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18th, 1:04 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really, it's nothing. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just trying to buy some time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Oh, Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. To be continued. Alright, I'm gonna go get a quick drink for my throat, and then we will resume the investigation. All right, I'm back. October 18th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. We know what to do. Alright, studios. I'm assuming Old Bag isn't here because she's probably like in custody. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios, main gate. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Old Bag in custody. Hey, I called it. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Is there anything we can look at? The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? Looks like it's been turned off for the day. An overhead map of the studios. Yeah. Got that van. So none of this is new. We'll just go ahead and go to the employee area. October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hey, WP's lawyers, right? They heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught that security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. Alright, let's look at this. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, that boy won't be able to get in. Yeah? I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What? You want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Let's do it. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Mm-hmm. There. That should make the kids happy. Was that a Susato takedown? The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. And a bike? Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Uh-oh. Oh no. We had another ladder I thought we could look at. The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Okay. Oh yeah, we already looked at that. See, that must be the storage room. Yeah, we looked at that already. Okay, I think we're good here. We can go back into Powers' dressing room. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. And I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. So I I think we've kind of already looked at the stuff here, right? There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Tea and cookies. These snacks, they're past the expiration date. And don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. And looks like someone... Yeah, the nap. And his bag. Hey, what's in his bag? Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars. We'll have to buy that issue. There's an array of cosmetics. This was, according to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick. Get with the picture. Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by a single wig. Oh, I kind of like samurai movies. Kinda. There's some regular suits among the costumes here. This must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. Is that it? The mirror. They always have mirrors like these in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. I think that's it. Can we go to the main gate? Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Talk about the studios. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? The fanboy. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there is that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see all Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. The director? I heard something of the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Hey, look at my attorney's badge. I'm not really sure what that is, sorry. Okay. Let's go to Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Alright. Now, why is there a fallen tree there anyway? That's kind of odd. Alright. Outside Studio 2. October 18th. Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. Nick! What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. And what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Hey, why is this one kind of janked? There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Alright. Back to the guard station. Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Okay, so we have to wait? Or can we ask her for it? I guess not. Maybe we can do some investigating even. What's this? Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too? What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know, it just feels odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. Already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd be run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Alright. There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably. Though it doesn't look anything like a studio. Alright, oh, we can slide over. Let's slide over then. The trailer door. It's locked. Key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is a part of some temporary film set. What's this? These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Alright, let's get back to Studio 2. Can we go to Studio 1? Yeah, we can. October 18th, Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else, Nick. Is there anything worth looking at? Probably not. And head back. Is there anything new at the employee area, maybe? Nope. Or Will Powers' room.
What the F? Who are you dudes? LMAO!
Huh? We are... We... Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me.
Whatever, lamers. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make the elite shows. The Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC. Read the film credits.
Yeah, this guy speaks Leet. This was made in the early 2000s. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so... sorry.
No, quite alright, really. It's fine. Awful.
What is it?
You know, on closer inspection. Oh, yeah. Hot. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Cause that costume rocks soars.
Rock sores? What? Hey, you're drooling!
Huh? Buffer overrun. You must have triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. The Pink Princess. Sequel to Steel Samurai. Pink Princess. Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Oh, Mao.
Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Alright, let's talk to this fella. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder?
Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh?
That's right.
It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Frown.
A T-bone steak, was it?
Yeah, suck sores. I hate missing out on food.
Nick, what does suck sores mean? No idea.
Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from the network.
Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you.
Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though.
She brought the studios back from the brink of destruction.
She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai.
You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right?
Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time.
The bigwigs. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning?
Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension.
Were all of them with you the entire time?
Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl.
Sounds like they'd be all be reliable witnesses. Okay. Got anything else to say? Samurai spear?
I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me.
Why are you staring at me like that? Alright. Well, we talked to him. Anything new at the studio?
Aha! You again! Ugh. How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost!
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume, told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. Is there anything we can talk about? About that kid you said you saw.
I'll see him again. I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She is serious. The director. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, I think she's losing it.
Okay. Any way I can get to the keys? The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Hey, no touching.
Guess I'd better investigate there later. Alright. Studio 1. Can we go to inside Studio 1? Nothing new. What about Studio 2? No. See, the studio mascot. Do we really probably need a crane to move that? Oh yeah, why did they? There's the camera. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. It took 2 pictures on the day of the murder, before the actual time of death. One of them was the Steel Samurai, the other was a grade school boy. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. The welcome sign. They let people in here when they're not filming, right?
Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say?
Sure, if that security lady lets us in. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old. Ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. The entrance to Studio 1, where they found Jack Hammer's body. Right. Let's see. I've already been to Studio 2, so I'm thinking... Inside Studio 1, no. She doesn't have anything new to say. I don't really have anything to present to her. So maybe we can go back to the employee area?
Hey!
Hey, wait! I'll bet he came in right up through that drain. Hey, kitty, yo. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kitty-O again, and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Let's talk about it. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad. Kitty-O. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? Always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? An empty bottle found on the table in the employee area. The label reads, sleeping pills. Huh. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. What did he see? The drain where the fanboy came in. He didn't waste any time coming in either. Talk about cause and effect. Well, that's something. Can we talk to Salmonella a little bit more? Or no? Okay. How about the sleeping pills? No, he doesn't care about that. Okay. No? Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop! Whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Quick, let's grab the keys. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh! This is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to the trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Trailer key. The key tag reads Studio 2 trailer. Okay. Let's go to Studio 2. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great. Let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Not that eager. Alright. Trailer. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Ah. Eh? Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez? She's quite beautiful. The day of the crime. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder? Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. Let's see. What about the Steel Samurai? We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez. It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm the director. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to run your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Vasquez's memo. The memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. Okay. Let's go find him. Is he in the dressing room? Oh, there he is. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? You bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13. Oh, where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Sweats. Oh, my ass is boned if I don't find it. Sheiks. Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Okay. So, there's a bunch of snacks. Hey, Nick, what now? The snacks! There was twice this much here before. I ate them. We were past their expiration date anyway. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Employee area. Do I see a script? I see no scripts. So let's keep looking. Maybe it's in Studio 1, I don't know. It's not here, that's for sure. Let's see. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. Monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem. This monkey head's really heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Kinda odd that all happened on the same day. What about Studio 1? We're back. Aha, what's this? Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Steel Samurai script. The cover reads episode 13. Nice. Okay. Can we just give it to her directly then? And maybe she'll talk to us? Oh, wrong. Gotta go to Studio 2. And then the trailer. Here, we found it. Your script. Script handed to D. Vasquez. You're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? What do you think you are anyway? And do you know who we are? Powers as lawyers. Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now, listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? The map? I'm not interested. Oh, why did it... Can we talk to her? The block path. Let's do that. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until that path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. It wasn't broken, it announced the time. It ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. Alright, Mr. Monkey's head blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4 p.m. Huh. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Alright, we'll go back to the office. October 18th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble? I'd say so. What did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. Oh, yeah. But no way am I telling you, losers. Yeah. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. Alright. October 18th, Global Studios, main gate. What's wrong? What? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? I see him again. I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? Whatever.
That boy was running away. He dropped this and ran. He'll come back. This one.
It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if you give him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I?
No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade? I wonder. The key. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know.
Okay. Just be sure to give it back.
She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Oh, she didn't want it back. Weird. The photo?
I told you who I saw. It was Powers.
Well, at least she's consistent. The bottle? No. The samurai spear? No. The card key?
Hey, that's a card. Studio One.
Right, card key to Studio One.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio One. Lend it to her. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even, deal?
What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. Steel Samurai card. A trading card. Apparently, these are really popular with kids these days.
Right, I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling off toward the studio. Let's see, can we find him in the employee area? October 18th, Global Studios employee area. There he is. Hey! Hey you, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. Okay. October 18th, Global Studios, dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please.
I'm Cody.
Hello, Cody. I'm Mia Fey. Nice to meet you.
Yo!
And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who asked?
Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai is so cool. I think he's, the bomb.
Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai?
Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid.
Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid.
So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please?
I don't know nothing.
Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Alright, here. Cody, this look familiar?
Hey, you are!
You are? Huh?
You are, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
I'll give you this, if you help me.
But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics?
Whatever, I don't need that card.
Huh?
I got a double.
Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble?
If you want to trade, find me a really rare card.
Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare?
Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
Premium? Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? What about the photo? Would you like that? Hey, it's a steel samurai. Huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where'd you get this anyway? Oh, man. That's a spear? I don't know. A samurai spear. That's totally cool. I wish I had one, too. This kid and Maya would get along great. And do I have anything that he would like? What's that? Well, it is past the usual time I stop, so I think I will call it here, and then we can reconvene next time. So I will go ahead and save. And then we will continue with the Turnabout Samurai and wrap that one up. So we will continue next time. See ya!